Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kawasaki, Japan. This is the basketball that we've all been waiting for today. Japanese B.LEAGUE action. Kawasaki Brave Thunders taking on SEAHORSES MIKAWA. Well, the B.LEAGUE is where it's at right now. If you're a basketball fan, players coming from all over the world wanting to be a part of this magnificent competition, and the way everything has started already this season just goes to show why. You've got the fans, you've got great coaches, and you've got outstanding players. And if you look at the standings here in the Central, you got Kawasaki right up at the top with 4 wins and 2 defeats. SEAHORSES MIKAWA down in 6th place at 2 and 4. But again, it's early. No need to hit the panic button. But if you are SEAHORSES, you want to get out probably and at least get a split in this series. Easier said than done. Kawasaki will be looking to certainly put their imprint here on this weekend with a sweep of what we think is a very good team. So SEAHORSES coming in with 2 wins in their first 6 games, and a lot of pressure probably on them, more so than Kawasaki, who at 4 and 2. We see that Matt Janning is not going to be playing tonight for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. He'll be sitting this one out, so they will be without one of their top players. But you look at the results so far for SEAHORSES on the season. They got finally, after starting 0 and 3, got a couple of wins, but then they fell in their last game. So looking to get back to winning ways here on the road at Kawasaki, who just have so many exciting players. You look at their lineup, SEAHORSES MIKAWA, it's Taichi Nakamura, Shinsuke Kashiwagi, Masahi Hosoya, Kyle O'Quinn, Satoshi Nagano. Number 9, you've got Anthony Lawrence and Brandon Joato not on the roster tonight. Number 18, Ryogo Sumino. Number 19, Yudai Nishida. Kosuke Hashimoto, number 21. Also, Devontae Gardner, who wears number 54. Avi Schaefer, the Japan International. Their starting 5 tonight will be Kyle O'Quinn. They will also have Satoshi Nagano, number 9, Lawrence, Anthony Lawrence, number 19, Yudai Nishida, and number 32, Avi Schaefer. Well, you have all your practices. See the SEAHORSES MIKAWA coach Kimikazu Suzuki. You have all your practices. This is what you live for. You want to come out and play the games. Ask any player, and they're going to tell you they want to get out and play. So the nature of this competition, to be able to come out and play on back-to-back days for all these players, it's a lot of fun, and then they get to rest up and do it all again. But the show, as always, as you can see, is bigger and better than ever. So excited to see now the introduction of the Kawasaki Brave Thunder, who perhaps can improve a little bit on their three-point shooting. And, you know, it's a long season. We just saw Matt Janning on the overhead. He won't play tonight. But we did also see Jordan Heath, and we expect him to be in the lineup, along with, of course, Nick Fazekas. So Yuma Fuji, Michael Young Jr., Satoru Maita, Yuya Kamata, Yuto Nomi comes out, wears number 21. Noyo Kumagai, number 27. And we'll also get a look at the starting five. Well, you sit here in the stands and you look up at that big screen. It only gets the blood flowing. It gets the heartbeat pumping. It is exciting stuff as we get ready to see who is going to come out in this starting five for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. You know, it gets the players fired up as well. Full throttle. How about that? That's how they want to play. They want to play full throttle. So Ryusei Shinuyama comes out as a member of that starting five, one of the guards, the point guard. Keisuke Masuda comes out, number 11. The unsung hero, Takumi Hasegawa. This will be Jordan Heath, the powerhouse, big man. And of course, the big, the bad, the king, Nick Fazekas, the Japan international. And Sato Kenji, the head coach. And also the referees, last but certainly not least. So much work goes into putting on a game like this. As you look at the starting fives again, Jordan Heath, Nick Fazekas, Keisuke Masuda, also number 33, Takumi Hasegawa, the unsung hero, and number 7, Ryusei Shinuyama for Kawasaki, and it was for Seahorses MIKAWA. You see the head-to-head there for Kawasaki, Yuma Fujie, and we believe this will be an interesting matchup. Also, number 19 for Seahorses MIKAWA, Yudai Nishida. And again, that starting five for Seahorses will be Kyle O'Quinn, along with Nagano, Lawrence, Nishida, and Schaefer. Oh, it's a dead race. Look at that. Let's see who gets to the finish line first over the 40 minutes. If you're one of the coaches, you certainly don't want to see a player pull a hamstring in a little race like that before the game, but I have to say that was pretty nifty little prelude. Just kind of adds a little bit of spice. Just shows you that blazing speed that's on the court when those two guys are out there. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning. This is the Japan B.LEAGUE, and it's Kawasaki Brave Thunder winning the opening tip against Seahorses MIKAWA, and Fazekas comes out and misses with his first attempt. Oh, the bank is open, folks. The bank is open for Yudai Nishida, who we highlighted right before the start of the game. Already off to a good start. Yudai Nishida, another Japan international. Jordan Heath, his attempt rattles out from deep. Pass outside to O'Quinn, and his attempt goes off the back of the cup. Now the drive and the swat from O'Quinn. Avi Schaefer tries his luck from downtown and misses. Pass back outside to Fazekas, and just a little lackadaisical there on that approach. Oh, nice no look over to Yudai Nishida. The pass, nifty one from Nagano. Tough assignment for Avi Schaefer guarding Fazekas, but he knows him well from all those Japan training camps. And drifting in, and the powerful move and the dunk from Jordan Heath. And trying to give his team a spark, number 7, Ryusei Shinuyama. It's interesting, we saw Yudai Nishida play so well for Japan. You know, talking about the national team at the FIBA Asia Cup this summer. Sure, Tom Hovass will be keeping an eye on this one, the national team coach. And O'Quinn travels. Good defense. Nishida with the bounce pass, and then all Heath did was just kind of keep his arms up. So now a chance for Kawasaki to take the lead if they can hit a 3 or tie it with a 2. Not a lot of points being poured in here early. So the foul on Satoshi Nagano. That was the no-look pass to Nishida. Now down low, and this time Kyle O'Quinn fouls Heath from behind. And Jordan Heath has carried the torch for this team here at the start of the game. Only makes 1 of 2. He's been with his Kawasaki team now. This is his 4th season. Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Before that was in Hungary, in Europe. O'Quinn from downtown. Fazekas with the rebound. And another chance now to take the lead, even with a 2. Three-pointer. Shinuyama off target. And the pass from Nagano over to O'Quinn. Excuse me, over to Lawrence, not O'Quinn. And the immediate answer offered by Takumi Hasegawa, our unsung hero.
Kawasaki 選手の交代です。Number 0, Yuma Fuji. And number 13, Satoru Maika.
So Masuda goes out. Yuma Fuji comes in. And look at the hustle. Nishida trying to get to the basketball, but I think Heath is going to beat him to the ball, but then he goes out of bounds. Even so, the crowd will appreciate the hustle from the former Canisius star, where he played his college basketball in America. Nishida did well to get up, but then couldn't pick up the pace, and Heath was able to beat him to the basketball, but couldn't keep his body in bounds. Nagano quickly and passes it back outside. Schaefer, count it. Avi Schaefer. Better get out and guard him. Fazekas gets inside the paint. Fazekas, just one of those players you feel like has the green light to put it up. And we've seen him shoot it from outside, this time driving in and missing Anthony Lawrence, but he gets his hands up, comes up with the steal. And then his quick pass to O'Quinn, batted out of bounds. Nagano missing from downtown. Fazekas run off the three-point line, so just kind of has a half-hearted runner. Doesn't have to exert too much energy, it seems. He's got such good size. Just able to get the ball up and has a nice soft touch. And a quick pass intended for Nagano, but it's knocked away. So now Kawasaki looking to take the lead. Jordan Heath. Lawrence over to Schaefer. Now Kyle O'Quinn. Three-pointer. And O'Quinn with another rebound. Oh, look at the spin move from Nishida, but he traveled. Clearly a play he's been practicing. Look at this. Heath was in position to cut off his drive. So Nishida is going to take a seat. Hosoya comes into the game as his replacement. Pulling up. just behind the stripe and missing. Heath saves it in bounds, and he triggers a break. No, a foul is going to be called beforehand on Satoru Maita.
KAWASAKI, number 14, Maika. このファウル1つ目、チームファウル2つ目です。三河選手の交代です。ナンバー54、ダマコガルガが入ります。
Michael Young Jr. now in the game, number 2. Three-pointer, and Aquan can't get it to drop. Michael Young Jr. comes out and just swoops in there for the rebound. He's tired of watching from the bench. He wants to get in on the action, and he banks it in immediately. Instant defense and instant offense. Quite a weapon coming off the bench. Three-pointer is good from Hosoya. Kumagai, his pass goes out of bounds.
Number 18, Yuya Kamata.
Well, they could use Matt Janning, but he's not able to go today. Kawasaki Brave Thunder sitting this one out. Gardner in the game as well for Seahorses. Hands it off. Little runner, and this time Hosoya can't get it to go. And a chance for Kawasaki Brave Thunder to take the lead. Good feet. Devontae Gardner.
Kawasaki Home.
Maita, left open, puts it up and hits from about 10 feet. Into the corner, good! Well, nice game so far for Masahi Hosoya. A couple of three-pointers. And Seahorses Mikawa, back on top. And now Anthony Lawrence comes up with the steal. He's thinking about going all the way. He gets swatted, but he is fouled before the shot. So that foul, Michael Young Jr.
MIKAWA, number 9, Anthony Lawrence second, 2 shots.
So Lawrence takes advantage of the trip to the line to make the first one. And, it doesn't go in, but then they get the tap, so it ends up being a three-point trip down the floor. What a tough sequence for Kawasaki. I don't know if that was Gardner that put it up and in, or if it was Schaefer. But it was definitely for Eisen. Seahorses MIKAWA. So far so good for MIKAWA coming on the road, opening up a 19-14 lead here late in the first quarter. And leading the way for them has been Hosoya with his 2 3-pointers. 5 points for Avi Schaefer, who has a 3. Also 4-piece for Andrew Lawrence and Nishida. Lawrence also hitting a 3. So final seconds ticking off the clock here in the first quarter. Kawasaki Brave Thunder would like to get something to go down before they head back over to the bench. So they get into go time, and Anthony Lawrence knocks it away. And they're going to go in, and they're going to get the basket. What a play, what a finish, what a break. Ryogo Sumino. Good concentration. It looked to me like it might have been goal interference, goaltending. Getting a look at that. But anyway, they have come out and landed some blows here early at Kawasaki, leading it 21-14. Seahorses, MIKAWA, off and running. Well, this MIKAWA team seems to have a bounce, an extra bounce in its step. And Kawasaki, Brave Thunder, a little bit lethargic. And they're the team at home, a little surprising. Obviously up at the top of the standings in the Central District. Sunrockers Shibuya also at 4-2 with Kawasaki. But look at this play. So Lawrence knocks it away from Michael Young Jr. And then getting a good, oh yeah, that was definitely goal interference, but it still went in because the ball hits off of the glass. And a good hustle back from Michael Young Jr. But what you don't like to see if you're Kawasaki is calling a timeout to set up that last play and then turning it over and giving up another 2 points. I mean, it's not a disaster, but it is definitely the absolute worst. Well, not the absolute worst. I guess the absolute worst would have been like a foul on a made 3-pointer, but nevertheless, you get my point. You end up giving up 2 points instead of getting 2 points. Let's see if we see a little bit more fire from Kawasaki Brave Thunder here in the second quarter, which is now underway. Devontae Gardner has it. Nice little give and go. Devontae Gardner gets it to Hosoya, who continues to produce. And Kawasaki on the back foot right now, trailing by 9 points. Bounce pass from the left. And missing Maita. The natives are restless. You can hear them in the crowd. Feeling a little stunned. It's like they're waking up. 3-point shot this time, not there for Hosoya. offensive foul, setting a pick. Number 18, Yuya Kamata. Just a little, still moving while setting. Chance to go up by double digits. And driving and not successful this time, Ryogo Sumino, excuse me. Masuda gets it back. Fades. Trying to go off the glass. Oh, Schaefer just handed the ball away. It leads to a break. He hustles back, and then Hisoya comes up and gets the steal, and it's going to lead to a wide-open dunk from Gardner. Boy, Kawasaki Brave Thunder can't get out of their own way right now. That's where you thought they had the break. And I think if, well, Yuma Fuji had it all to do all over again, he just would have gone all the way in and attempted the layup. And instead, they turn it back over, and it leads to this. The slam from 54, Devontae Gardner. Doing a little bit of gardening around the basket. So after that last turnover, Yuma Fuji is going to sit down. Hisoya has been worth the price of admission for the Ice and Seahorses MIKAWA fans that have traveled to watch this game. Satoshi Nagano also coming back into the game. Oh, no, excuse me. Shinoyama comes into the game. Ryusei Shinoyama, number 7. For Kawasaki Brave Thunder. 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's all MIKAWA right now. Fazekas back in the game. Short. Lawrence rebounds. Gets to midcourt. Bumped by Shinoyama. And the foul called on Shinoyama.
Number 7, Shinoyama. 飛び込む1つ目、チームファウル2つ目です。フリースロ
ー。Lead is 12 points. And now make it 13, almost doubling up on Kawasaki. On quite a run right now. And struggling a little bit. Hisoya picks up the foul. When you're struggling a little bit like Kawasaki, you really think you got to go inside to Fazekas or to Heath. And you definitely have to pick it up on the defensive end. Missing from deep, though. Ball goes out of bounds. That was Shinoyama's miss. Good fortune for Kawasaki. Left open. Well, they're not going to shy away from putting up the long ones, and they're going to keep missing. Yuto Nomi. Lawrence's pass tapped, ends up with Schaefer, who hands it off to Gardner. Gardner showing us his range if he thinks he can make that one. I mean, you got a chance to keep piling it on. You might want to go inside. Now here's Fazekas. Will they continue to look for the three? Nope, they're going to put on the deck. And good patience, Yuto Nomi. So that stops the rot. Still a long way to go for Kawasaki, down 11 points. And reaching in, really causing problems, Masuda for Lawrence, but Lawrence takes it. And then he misses as he takes on Fazekas. Look at Fazekas, taking it all the way at about 1 mile per hour. And there is a three-pointer from Yuto Nomi. Well, there he is. This is the man that Sato has turned to turn things around. And Avi Schaefer tried to go with the putback on the Sumino shot, unsuccessfully. Nomi gets it to Fazekas. Again, that's where he likes to be, and he's able to get it up and in. Wow, Fazekas. Such a soft touch. That leads to a timeout. They've got the momentum. Seahorses have to call it. Fazekas, so it was kind of like tiptoe through the tulips there, finding his spot. And once he gets into the lane, he's shown that more times than not, he's going to be able to knock it down. So that was Nomi. And this was Nomi from three-point range. So the lead is now 6 points, 27-21, with 5.5 minutes remaining. And the Kawasaki Brave Thunder feeling much better about themselves. And coming up with a steal, Kawasaki Brave Thunder right out of the timeout. Good job, Shinoyama, and he hands it off to Nomi. And now it's imperative for this MIKAWA team to get it inside, I think. Well, they're going to shoot it from the elbow. And going in for good position, Sumino not able to rebound the basketball, and it's knocked away. Still goes off his hands and out of bounds. All good for Kawasaki Brave Thunder, despite trailing by 4. Look at the steal. And really, it was more Hosoya's turning the ball over that led to the opportunity. And Nomi, well, you know me. You know Nomi. He doesn't say no when it comes to scoring. He has really turned on the style. He's got 7 points. In fact, I thought he had more than that, 9. So Yuto Nomi making all the difference in the world right now, number 21. Yeah, he does have the 7 points. And just when it seemed like this is going to be a dream start to the weekend for MIKAWA, they've lost the initiative. And here comes Kawasaki Brave Thunder yet again. Fazekas. Wow, he is just a scoring machine. Eight points for Fazekas. And reaching in and committing the foul, Masuda. Pulling up, and very, very important shot from Kashiwagi. They needed something from somebody, and they got it from number 3. And now the steal. And an unsportsmanlike, I think they're going to have a look at it. But I think they're going to call this an unsportsmanlike on Shinoyama. So good job just coming into the game, Nakamura. Just lackadaisical, and yeah, I mean, he's not even making a play on the ball here. Watch this. Not even close. Not even close. So that'll be 2 shots and possession. That is my guarantee to you as you watch this. There's no way they cannot call that an unsportsmanlike. So indeed they do. They call it the unsportsmanlike. And sometimes, you know, I'm sure that Shinoyama knows he can't make that play, but sometimes your instincts and your, shall we say, bad habits from the past catch up to you. You don't think in those situations, and your instincts take over. And that's exactly what happened. So big opportunity for MIKAWA to restore their hegemony, and well, it doesn't go as planned. So he does make 1 of 2. So Taichi Nakamura showing how it's very important. You got to have good bench play, as well as Kashiwagi coming in and making that shot. Here's Kashiwagi. Oh, that pass is never going to work from Nakamura. Well, they got a good shot. Nakamura just didn't knock it down. Now the pass, and there is the finish from Michael Young Jr. So it was a big opportunity that they spurned, but here's Devontae Gardner coming back and stroking it from 3-point range. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 6-point lead for MIKAWA. Three-point shot, no good for Fuji. Fazekas, though, gets it, and you know what's going to happen if you don't box him out. How about that from O'Quinn? Kylo Quinn, that was big time. Fazekas, he's feeling it. A little bit long. And Gardner fouled by Fazekas.
Kawasaki, number 22, Lane Kawasaki, 飛び込み1つ目。チームファウルは4つを取っています。川崎です。
So now Gardner for 2 free throws, and already the lead back to 6. They can push it back up to 8 with a little over 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. He just hit a big three-pointer, Gardner, and now he goes down and hits 2 big free throws. So the lead goes back to 8 points. And Kawasaki Brave Thunder, that's what happens when you dig yourself an early hole. You can go on a run and get back into it, but you have to be able to sustain it. And now Yuma Fuji missing, and another chance for Gardner. He gets it to Quinn, who passes it back to Gardner. A lot of risk there. I'm not sure what the reward was. Here's Gardner going up against Heath. I think he must have been trying to get a foul called. And this time the reach and the foul on Kashiwagi. And the alley-oop pass, not there, knocked away. I think it actually might have just bounced off the rim. Nagano calls the play. O'Quinn. Kashiwagi. Bounce pass. And then Hosoya. Excuse me. Nagano has it knocked away. That was a very demonstrative, good defense from Fuji. A very demonstrative Kylo Quinn. So they did call the foul, so Nagano rattles his first one out. One of 2, and lead goes back to 9. Oh, that was very close to a moving screen. And Fazekas just picks up the mess. Looked like Seahorses and MIKAWA were fighting each other for the rebound, and the ball just spilled to Fazekas. So he's got 12 points. O'Quinn gets it right back. 1 minute to go in the first half. You know how important these closing stages of a quarter or of a half can be in terms of momentum. Kawasaki Brave Thunder would like to get some of this back. Jordan Heath, count it. Big time shot. Gets it back to a 6-point deficit. And if all goes according to plan, they'll get the basketball back again, and they'd like to do that after a stop. And O'Quinn, oh boy, they called the foul. Thought they might call travel. And it looks like Michael Young Jr. took a knock in the groin area. No, I didn't see it. Kylo Quinn, number 6, steps up to the plate and misses. "32 years of age. And gets that one to go. Seven-point lead. And they will attempt, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, to take it all the way down to the finish. So get moving at about 8 seconds on the clock. Here they go. Three-pointer rims out. Just enough time for a long heave. And that's how it finishes. Well, I think on balance, Kawasaki Brave Thunder doing just enough at the end to kind of give themselves a really good shot. They trail MIKAWA 41-34 at halftime. We'll be right back for the start of the second half. Well, these are the numbers at halftime for Kawasaki Brave Thunders and Seahorses Mikawa. Mikawa 41-34. You can see they've hit 2 more three-pointers, 3 less inside the arc. Kawasaki Brave Thunders have out-rebounded Ice and Seahorses. Seahorses Mikawa. So Kawasaki Brave Thunder have scored 18 of their points in the paint compared to 12 points in the paint for Seahorses Mikawa. And again, as we look back at the first half highlights, you'll notice some fast break points being scored by Mikawa, 11 compared to just 2 for the Brave Thunders. That was a couple of them right there. And they led by as many as 13 points in the game. Of course, their biggest scoring run was 14 points when it was tight at about 14 apiece, and then they just reeled off, went on a big run. So that was to open up a very big lead. That was a run that spanned the 2 quarters. In fact, they trailed 14-13 Seahorses Mikawa with 1:08 remaining in the first quarter, and then they got a 3-pointer from Hosoya. And a layup from Hosoya, and then another the Samino layup after the steal to go to 21-14. So they finished that first quarter on an 8-0 run, and then it continued into the second quarter. Their big run, they scored the first 6 points. Hosoya again scoring with a floater. Then it went to 25-14 with Gardner scoring on a dunk, getting ahead on the break. Then it went to 27-14 after a couple of Andrew Lawrence free throws. And it was only when Nomi scored with a little floater that they got back on the board. So that was quite a drought endured by Kawasaki Brave Thunders. So you look at the rebounding numbers, and obviously the free throws, a big part of this. 8 of 12 for Seahorses Mikawa compared to 1 of 2 for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Kawasaki are having, you could say, well, they need to get the ball inside more, but they have been getting it inside. It's just that Seahorses Mikawa haven't been fouling. So 9 turnovers as well for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and just 5 for the Seahorses Mikawa. So a lot of time left in this game for the Brave Thunders to turn this around. Still a full half of basketball. They came into this up at the top of the Central District, and Seahorses Mikawa just 2-4, and on the face of it, you'd have to say this is a much more important game for Seahorses Mikawa as they try to put things right in their season. Avi Schaefer coming back out, as well as number 11 for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Masuda. So Fazekas leads all scorers with 12 points. And coming out and missing from 3-point range, Shinoyama. Avi Schaefer. Now Shinuyama quickly to the other end. Over to Heath. Now Fazekas. And the foul guarding down low, Nagano. So trying to defend Naoya Kumagai. Fazekas. Short. Looks like he really does have some foot issues the way he runs, Fazekas. Now the bounce pass, and the pass intercepted, thrown right into the hands of Masuda, who passes up to Heath. Jordan Heath goes up for the two-handed rim rocker. Nishida over to Lawrence. So Yudai Nishida hoping to get it going like he had early in the game. Shinuyama gets it over to Fazekas for three. Well, why did I ever doubt him? Who needs to go down low if you're Fazekas? Just put it up when you're open. It's probably going to go in. He's got 15 points. Avi Schaefer. And gets the shooter's bounce. Quick pass coming in from the corner and missing the layup. Kasuke Masuda. Now O'Quinn goes in, and the ball does not go in. Nice little give and go. And Lawrence tries to knock it away out of the hands of Masuda. So the Brave Thunders retain it with 18 on the shot clock. Wide open Heath. Uh-oh, Quinn, it opens up for him, and he goes in for the two-handed jam. Kyle Quinn. And look at Fazekas run up the floor. He is laboring. Just looks like he's got some foot issues. And now the foul called on Lawrence. Avi Schaefer tells his teammate to calm down. Look at this. O'Quinn says, oh, you're going to give this to me? I'm going right up. No stopping me. Super Six for the dunk. The former Norfolk State star and American college basketball. That's right, you better get on Fazekas. He hands it off, and they took too much time. Masuda's got to get it up. He's got to be aware of the shot clock. It's one thing to run an offense, one thing to be unselfish, but you also have to be aware. Going out of the game, Hasegawa. And coming back in, Yuma Fuji. Lawrence outside, Schaefer. How about that? Another three for Schaefer. It's his third of the game. Fazekas, a little pump fake. And follows up the miss. Can't control it. Schaefer able to get it to Lawrence. And the pass up ahead. Look at him share it. Kyle O'Quinn follows it, stays with it. Heath got back but couldn't stop it, and the lead goes back to 12 points for MIKAWA. Great basketball from the visiting team today, wearing the white. They're hanging on to the lead. Now they've gone on a nice little run to go back up by double digits. Oh, almost a pusher by Fuji. Jordan Heath gives it back to Fuji. And looks like he and Nagano really going at it. And great defense, forcing the 24-second violation. Nagano wins that battle with the help of O'Quinn. Lawrence. Oh, lost his dribble, lost his handle, gives it to Fazekas, who now passes up ahead. And the finish. Naoya Kumagai. That's just a gift, 2 points from Lawrence, losing it. Nagano dangerously picks it up late with Shinoyama lurking nearby. Schaefer again. And this time the ball rattles out. But when you've been shooting it as well as he has, you've got the green light. Oh, beautiful drive. Yuma Fuji taking what the defense gives him and cuts that deficit back to 8 points. Nagano crosses midcourt. Now he's going to attack. He's going to pass it back outside, and O'Quinn thinks, no, let's get a better shot. They get it to Yudai Nishida. Oh, great hustle from Lawrence, and passes it now. Nagano for three, and that was long. Oh, that's a charge. Oh, I can't believe it. They called the block. I'd like to see it again. Nagano is going to go out. Watch this again. Well, they decided he got in there too late. They're closer to the action than I am. Third foul on Nagano. Saw the good, the bad, and the ugly from him in that opening 5.5 minutes of the second half. And now Hosoya, who really changed the game in the first half when he entered, comes in as his replacement. Momentum back with the Brave Thunders. Three-point shot, long. Fazekas not able to rebound the ball away or get it away from Lawrence. And the block this time has been called on Yuma Fuji. Maeta comes back in. He played 7.5 minutes in the first half. Had a couple of points and a rebound. Hosoya over to Schaefer. I like the fact that Schaefer's being aggressive with that three, that look from deep. And Lawrence goes in, loses his handle again as he goes up. Suzuki calling the play. His team's up by 8 points. You would have settled that before the game. But the question is, can you go on and win it? And when Fazekas out there, he is just a instant offense. He just looks like he can't jump. He can hardly move, but he's got such great touch that he's scoring every time he gets his hands on the basketball. 17 points for Fazekas, a game high. Michael Young Jr. back in the game. Now O'Quinn, little fade, and Lawrence goes up for the rebound, and it's going to stay at this end. Lawrence in there working, trying to get a foul called to go his way. He's not having much success, but he does get it on this one, so 2 free throws awarded. Watch this. Nobody boxes him out. And just as he went back up, looked like he argued he was in the shooting motion and the referee agreed with him, but now Lawrence misses the free throw. And they have missed a few free throws. Seahorses Mikawa now 8 of 13. And that's not going to cut it. They got to make more than that. Now 9 of 14. So shooting at 64% from the line. Now the turnover. And Lawrence avoids the foul, gets it to O'Quinn. He puts it up and in. Boy, turnovers and points off turnovers and fast break points are the surest way to victory for any team. And those 2 went for Seahorses Mikawa. And Kenji Sato calls timeout. Just a little careless from Fazekas. Good job hustling down the floor, Lawrence, and getting the basketball to his teammate. So 54-45, O'Quinn has really come to life. He's now got 11 points, along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And Avi Schaefer, with his three-point shooting, has been a weapon today. Got the bounce, the shooter's bounce there. You make one, then you make another one. And as it is, he is 3 of 5 from three-point range and has 9 points, 6 rebounds. Yuma Fuji checks back in. You felt like this Kawasaki Brave Thunder's team has been right there where they're about to pull even take the lead, and then all of a sudden they make a mistake and they are punished severely. Here's Fazekas. Wow. His shooting is phenomenal. I mean, he really is a player. 9 of 15 now from the floor. 19 points for Nick Fazekas. Bounce pass to Schaefer. Beautiful play. Lawrence really passing the basketball well right now. He's got 4 assists. Lawrence to go with his 7 points and 5 rebounds. Michael Young Jr. passes to the corner. Lawrence has it again. On the break, nobody gets back and stops O'Quinn. Oh, dear. Well, they released early. Fast break points now 15 for Seahorses Mikawa. Fazekas misses the long rebound. They're right in that area where they can't afford to fall any further behind Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They need to get something going. Michael Young Jr. misses another long rebound. Yuma Fuji. A turnaround from a long way out. Well, I wasn't sure that was the right shot, but he made it, so I'm not going to complain. And, Lawrence saw some good fortune there. The ball bounces back to him. It was intended for Schaefer, and I think it must have deflected off of Schaefer or the defender, and it went right back to Lawrence, who now has 9 points. Fazekas just not able to, and that, oh, an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Brave Thunders, on Satoru Maita. That's just Fazekas trying to do too much. I mean, you can't dribble the basketball like that, not when you're going to be swarmed by the defense. So you sing the praises of the man for his ability to knock down the jumpers, but he's got to be smarter. He's got to pick up the basketball and get rid of it. So after an unsportsmanlike foul, they will then go and review it and determine whether or not indeed it was an unsportsmanlike. I wasn't sure in live play, but I'm guessing they're going to stay with it. Certainly Lawrence called for it immediately. So they stay with the unsportsmanlike. So this is another big opportunity. 2 free throws and possession. And it wasn't really his fault. I mean, he made a good pass to Fazekas, but Fazekas, again, he's got to be a little bit more decisive in that moment of getting rid of the basketball or moving it and passing. And the second is good. So he's in double digits now. He's going to walk out of here with a good game, and it won't matter for anything if they don't hold on win. But right now it's looking good for MIKAWA with 10 minutes and 46.1 seconds remaining. They lead by 13 points. Here's Devontae Gardner. Little fade from the free throw line. Well, you got to wonder about that shot selection. Fuji, the bounce pass. And that's a gift, 2 points. Great job capitalizing on that opportunity. Maita, and it was Fuji who delivered the bounce pass. Final several seconds. Lawrence whips the pass to the corner and missing everything. Masahi Hosoya. Oh! Did that ball go in? I'd have to see it again. The camera cut away. It's 62-51 though. Seahorses MIKAWA on top of Kawasaki Brave Thunders at the end of 3. $19 points for Nick Fazekas, 8 rebounds, but he has turned it over 4 times. Look at this. So this happened right at the end, and the ball went in, but it was it didn't count, but it just goes to show how you never know. I mean, get that shot up there, it might fall, and Fazekas doesn't care because it doesn't count. But at least it gave the fans a thrill. What a great shot. Yuma Fuji for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders comes out. His team came into this game 4-2, up at the top of the Central District Division, and this Seahorses MIKAWA team came into this series 2-4. So really desperate for a win. Devontae Gardner comes out, feed set, drills a three. That is wow, that's a dagger at the start of the fourth quarter. That is huge. Devontae Gardner, when his feet are set, and he's really tough. Three-point shot has been a big part of their success today. 8 of 20. And the foul called. Another 10 for 3, and Young goes up, tries to knock it in. The ball goes out of bounds. Looked like it went off of Brave Thunders. That's what Avi Schaefer is saying. That miss was from Kumagai. Watch this again. So Fuji gets in, passes to Kumagai. Now watch Michael Young Jr. go up. How in the world is that Brave Thunders basketball? That's Avi Schaefer's like, what was that? I didn't even jump. I think everybody in the gym knew that should have been MIKAWA's basketball. Well, air ball, and then they try to get a cheap one ahead to Devontae Gardner. This time they hustle back. Michael Young Jr. has it. Again, they're going to try from the corner, and again, the miss. And the bump on Hasegawa. The Brave Thunders haven't been playing like a well-oiled machine today, and I think the lethargy that they started with today has really hurt them because they've had to play catch-up. And against a team like Seahorses MIKAWA that comes into this game already 2-4, you don't want to give them that additional boost of that big early lead, which they did. Now the three-point shot, Lawrence. Look at Schaefer doing a great job today all over the court. Plays smart, takes it back out. 11.7 rebounds for Schaefer. Bounce pass Gardner, knocked away by the Brave Thunders. 1.3 seconds remaining. Oh, Yuma Fuji's arguing it should be their ball, but they just missed a blatant one at the other end. So now they want to look at the replay. So it's a head coach's challenge. Well, for Yuma Fuji's sake, I hope he's right, because you don't want to make your coach waste his challenge. Ooh, I don't know. It could be a wasted challenge. The question is, did Kumagai get the last touch on it? Oh, maybe on that look, it looked like maybe Anthony Lawrence did touch it. Yeah, I think Lawrence did touch it. This will be interesting. Certainly Yuma Fuji didn't hesitate, immediately pointing the other direction. I mean, I wouldn't say that angle is 100% clear, but it seemed to indicate that Lawrence was the last player to touch it.
両チームのスタッツを見てみますと、チームスタッツ、これまでの戦績では
This one might have, well, I think you really almost need to see it from under the basket or from the other side of the court. Makes me think they're not certain if they're looking at it from that angle.
このような両チームのトップ10に入るチームスタッツをご紹介しました。さて、川崎のスケジュールについては、実習がミッドウィークの戦いですね、アウェイ。
Here it is again. Watch this. I think if they slowed it down and they really blew up the area where the contact is made, they would see that it's Lawrence that did touch it. Coach Suzuki, Kimikazu Suzuki. Oh, wow. They did not have the angle that could completely overturn it, and Yuma Fuji is completely surprised, and I think he's probably right, but the problem is they just didn't have the camera angle that showed without, you know, enough to overturn the original call. So Lawrence comes out, misses, and all that in the end doesn't matter because Lawrence comes out and misses. And the other thing is you waste a coach's challenge with a play when there's just 1.3 seconds left. That said, Lawrence did have a good look. And Devontae Gardner then comes up and picks up the foul. Well, it's now or never time, really. You feel like 14-point deficit. They've got to get going. Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They've only led briefly in the game by 2. Oh, boy. The ball gets away from Heath. He picks it up. And, gosh, everything seemed like it was moving in slow motion on that play. Devontae Gardner just pulling his way down low. And the lead restored to 14. Michael Young Jr., patented shot, kind of jab step into the defender and fades. Coming up on the 7-minute mark. Lawrence passes to Hosoya. Hosoya gets it back, left open. He puts it up, front and back of the rim. Oh, can you believe it? The ball goes off of Maita because of the extra effort from Ryogo Sumino. Look at this. Wow, just bounced off his head. It's been that kind of game for the Brave Thunders.
Number 6, Kaido Queen. Number 19, Ishida Yudai no Heptimas.
Kylo Quinn in with Schaefer. Hosoya. Sumino goes in, and the charge called on Sumino. It was a nice finish. But Nomi had position. Watch this again. Oh, I don't know. Looked like a pretty good move to me. Didn't really lower the shoulder either. And I think Nomi agrees. I mean, there was a collision a little bit. He definitely leaned a little bit to the right, and he caught Yuto Nomi, who was terrific in the first half.
ファールが西なのか否か確認中です。
So, indeed, they call a normal foul, normal charge. Nagano comes back into the game, and Hosoya goes out, and I don't know if that's for defense. So Hosoya sits down, and 6:40 remaining, trailing by 14 points. The Brave Thunders looking for points. Ideally, you want Fazekas a little bit closer to the basket. Penetration over to the corner. Here's Fazekas. Well, okay, he's got the space and doesn't go down. And Devontae Gardner, and the ball goes out of bounds off of the Brave Thunders. Off of Maita again. He thought maybe Nagano had hit it. But they've already used the coach's challenge, so they can't challenge that one again. Now up to Yudai Nishida. Oh boy, they left him wide open. The Braves Thunder's defense just has not been good enough today. 14 points the difference. And a block on Nagano. That was also flirting with a charge from Shinoyama. Watch this. Okay, we didn't see it. Here we go. See if he... Not going to trying to get the explanation. I'm with him. Not exactly sure. Almost a no call. Good job though, Shinoyama getting to the free throw line. But you say Shinoyama, some important free throws need to be made for the Brave Thunders as they try to come back. And he misses. They have not taken many free throws today. That is just their third free throw attempt of the contest. They're now 1 of 3. 2 of 4. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Nagano brings it across midcourt. O'Quinn down on the low block. Now he pops out. They spread the floor. Devontae Gardner. Will he pass? Will he shoot? He's going to work his way in. Oh, he's going old school. Like Kareem. Goodness me. The lead now 15 points. From the corner. Missing everything. Boy, it's been a tough third quarter for Maita. Yudai Nishida. And Gardner drives in. And boy, that is what you call a layup dagger with 5 minutes remaining. The lead has ballooned to 17 points. And traveling, and the Kawasaki Brave Thunders simply struggling today, not showing their best form at all against the visiting Seahorses MIKAWA. Well, they'll do it all again tomorrow, so Brave Thunders will need to hit the reset button because it hasn't been a thing of beauty today at all for them. And that was the travel that was called on Nomi. And the pressure offered by Nagano. So Kawasaki, after or rather Seahorses MIKAWA after this will play Sign In. And then there'll be a long break, and they'll play on November 19th against and 20th against Utsunomiya Brex. So they would love to get a few wins before that break. And Kawasaki Brave Thunder, who are, along with Hitachi Sunrockers, level up at the top at 4-2 coming into this game. They've got the 2 games today and tomorrow against Ice and Seahorses MIKAWA. Then they've got Niigata Albrechts away on October 26th. And then when they come back, they'll play Nagoya and Sendai 89ers, 2 games apiece. Well, another opportunity for Hasegawa, and then he almost lost it. Yudai Nishida. 17 points, the difference, 4.5 minutes remaining. The clock is very definitely the enemy for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They don't have much time. They've got to get it going. Then he points and stops. And they get 3 from Fazekas. So he cuts it back to a 4-point deficit. Oh, Nagano, what a pass. What a no-look pass. The Brave Thunders thought he was going to take it back out, and then he just put it on a platter for O'Quinn. Jordan Heath clangs it off the back of the rim. Well, they are just laying the wood to this Brave Thunders team and just showing you how, despite early in the season, you might have a 4-2 team going up against a 2-4 team. It's just too early. Too early to see who is the better team. Too early to know if that record is an indicator as to how the game is going to go on any given day. The sample size too small. Devontae Gardner. O'Quinn got his hands on the basketball. Now Fazekas might want to get rid of it. No, he wants to take a 3. No, he's going to take it all the way in. Well, as soon as the sun will rise tomorrow, Nick Fazekas will continue to score. That much we know. He just keeps pouring it in. 24 points for him. It's not going to be enough today, though, unless we see something dramatic happen here at the end. Devontae Gardner. Oh, wow. Boy, that's got to be the move of the day right there. Big, bad Devontae Gardner just going hard. And then just, what a finish. Chance for a 3-point play. Look at this. Goes right around Jordan Heath, and Fazekas doesn't go up and challenge the shot. He's got to guard O'Quinn. And also, I don't know what Shinuyama's doing. He kind of like started to make his move, and they just kind of pulled away right at the end. And it's just not been a good showing today for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. But for the Ice and Seahorses MIKAWA, it has been. They have been solid from start to finish. That was a terrific play as well. And it just feels like at times the Brave Thunders just switch off on defense. Well, the fans are here. The music is here. Everything is here for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, except their performance. It's been lacking. And I'm sure the players and the coach would be the first to admit it. They just haven't been good enough today. Down 16 points. Nice handoff. Much better. Play a little bit faster, a little bit more aggression, a little more decisive. And Shinoyama gets the 2 to cut it back to 14 points. But the problem right now for them is it's the clock and the fact that MIKAWA, they don't have to go. They just use up all the time on the shot clock if they want. Here's O'Quinn. He gets in. And, oh boy, it looked like the ball went off of Fazekas. And I think Fazekas knows it. Well, they catch another break. Oh boy, dangerous pass. Shinoyama gets it to Fazekas. Great play. Shinoyama back to a 12-point game. Well, there might. Well, I was about to say they had a chance, but now nobody gets back on defense. They give up the layup. Shinoyama down low to Heath. It's imperative they get stops. Can't give away fast break points. And now you got to force it. And now they've called a foul on Nagano, who, well, just kind of got sandwiched in there. It didn't look like he did too much wrong, to be honest. But they call the foul, and that breathes just a little more life into the challenge of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. If they hit a 3 here, they can cut it back to 9. This game looked dead and buried, and all of a sudden, they're creeping back into it. The clock, oh boy, and now offensive foul, and that should do it, really. Watch Fazekas. Oof. Well, Fazekas has 26 points, 7 rebounds, but called for the offensive foul. And that was a brutal turnover. They had just a sliver of hope, but they don't even get a shot off. Gardner misses. Oh, great work from O'Quinn to get in there and get the rebound. And it just looks like kind of the ailments or the injury, whatever Fazekas has, is not even allowing him to get up and jump to contest this rebound. I mean, he goes up a little bit, but not like he needs to. So O'Quinn makes it. And he goes and has a word with the rim to make sure it goes in. What basketball players are like. "13 points, the advantage." And O'Quinn makes both free throws. Seems to be pretty angry for being up 14 points. So timeout with 14-point lead for Seahorses Mikawa and 1:11 remaining. So the spin and the miss, and now the look ahead, and I think wisely, no rush to get the basketball up the floor, Kashiwagi. Gardner, another, and a chance to run. Three-point shot, Shinoyama. Three-pointer again. Soya has it. Gardner gets in, and I don't understand Fazekas committing that foul.
Number 22, Nick Fazekas. Number 18, Yuya Kamata.
So overall good from Fazekas. Maybe some plays he'd like to have back. He goes out of the game having led all scores with 26 points. And Devontae Gardner continues to lead his team with 17 points after, or no, sorry, he's got 17. The leading scorer is O'Quinn with 19. O'Quinn also has nine rebounds. So ball, one last turnover it appears, and that's going to be it. So frustrating effort today for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, for their fans. They will have much to stew about tonight, and Ice and Seahorses Mikawa will go for the sweep tomorrow. Kawasaki Brave Thunders fall 83-67 to the Ice and Seahorses Mikawa. You see the quarter-by-quarter scoring, and it was Seahorses Mikawa that went on that big run starting late in the first quarter, 14 unanswered points. They ended up, Kawasaki and Mikawa, each scoring 20 points in the second quarter, but then in the start of the third, the visitors picked it up again. So the Brave Thunders need to regroup and learn from this. I'm not sure, they didn't play like they were ready to go today. But again, there was a lot more of a sense of desperation you felt like in the play of this Mikawa team coming out, having only won 2 of their first 6 games. And they just had some solid performances across the board. You had Masahi Hosoya, who came in early and did the job, did a good job. And you had Avi Schaefer, who was consistent with his shooting, a threat. Anthony Lawrence did a lot of the heavy lifting with his ball handling, his passing, and even scoring. Kylo Quinn and Devontae Gardner really did well from a scoring standpoint as well. Sumino came out, remember, and got that big layup off the steal at the end of the first quarter. And I think that was kind of an indicator of how this game was going to go. Already, the Brave Thunders were trailing, and they called a timeout to try to get a shot. And the worst possible thing happened. They gave away a turnover and a fast break bucket right at the end of the quarter. So the players quite rightly saying thank you to the fans for coming to the game. No, Matt Janning does not help the Brave Thunders not able to play. Let's get down to the court.
解説をやらせていただきました塚本です。よろしくお願いします。今日のゲームを振り返っていただいて鈴木ヘッドコーチどうだったんですか。
ディフェンスがやろうとしたディフェンスが今日はできたかな、やっとできたかなっていう感じですね。1
戦目開幕してからですねトランジションの速いチームというのは結構手こずったというか、なかなかうまいことディフェンスが機能しなかったんですけど、今日の川崎戦までの行くまでの間というのはディフェンスのところで一番の注視したところはどこなんですか。
やっぱりピックアンドロールのところをしっかり、今日はブリッツしたりいろんなことをやりながらよく選手が守ったと思います。
ガードのところのプレッシャーも非常に良かったんですよね。3クォーター24秒オーバータイム2回取ってますけど、ここら辺の評価というのはどうですか。
いや本当にガード陣が。
So Coach Kimikazu Suzuki speaking here, and it says the points that we stressed before, we looked ahead to, we felt like we accomplished, we did what we needed to do today to win this game.
ありがとうございました。本当に勝利おめでとうございます。
And, well, tomorrow, it's not that I hope that we play well. We will play well. So I think there's a lot of confidence growing in the camp of MIKAWA. And the Seahorses fans from Seahorses MIKAWA, all smiles. Coach Suzuki also saying thank you, and we'll see you all tomorrow. So those Seahorses fans. Now, Avi Schaefer.
今日の解説の塚本ですけども、今日の試合を振り返って自分のプレーをまず一番評価していただければどうでした。
はい、今日はシュートが入ったのでそれ良かったんですけど、
スリーポイント良かったですよね、すごくね。
そうですね。それより自分としてはそのニックをとにかく抑えることに集中していたので、結果として結構点は取られたんですけど、なかなか簡単にやらせないっていうのができたかなと思います。
Avi Schaefer has basically said today was good.
今日ファジーカスにつくという時でオフェンスのポジションというのはやっぱりかなり気にしてたんですか。
そうですね。やっぱり彼が乗ると、やっぱり
そうですね。川崎のそうですね動力ですからね。
そうですね。だからそこはしっかり押さなきゃとは意識してました。
ピックしたりとかした時にはポップでアウトサイドのやっぱりいるというところで、
自分の
中でやっぱりちゃんとポジションを決めてたんですよね。
そうですね。オフェンスに関しては、
even
thoughそうですね。やっぱりなかなかこう出てこない。
Even though it was a hard game, we played hard. The performance we turned in was good.
非常にいいタイミングのスリーポイントだったんで、逆に今チームが抱えているディフェンスというのは今日のゲームでは、シェファーからしたらどうだったんですか。
チームのディフェンス、
チームのディフェンスですね。全体のディフェンスですね。
And also I'll continue and keep the same condition.
ポイントガードがすごい頑張ってくれたなと思います。
となるとそこのチームの役割としてはシェファーからしたらどのように自分で考えてたんですかね。
僕の役割ですか。
はい、ディフェンスで。
いや同じくそのニックをやっぱり抑えるだったら他のビッグマンを乗らせないっていう意味ではすごいとにかくハードにやってディフェンスもしっかり毎回戻っていっていうのを自分の役割として意識しています。
今日は非常に自分たちが考えたことの。
So he'll be looking to come out tomorrow and
2戦目に対しての抱負というのは。
The team played just as well.
やっぱり今なかなか継続できているので、いい形をそれをしっかり継続できるように自分たちもう一回話し合って。明日のもう試合開始最初からエナジー全開で出せるといい結果が待ってると思うので頑張りたいと思います。
Our teamwork was good, and as for my defense, we'll always I always try to do my best to do it with all my heart. So the Seahorses MIKAWA fans coming out today and rewarded for hitting the road with their team and getting a win, and they'll be hoping for more tomorrow. And, well, Schaefer signed off by saying, hey, for tomorrow, let's look forward to it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then he hustles off to the locker room, guessing he's looking forward to having a nice meal after the game. And also, Ivy Schaefer said thank you to all the fans. And that is indeed a very important aspect of all of this. So we saw Yudai Nishida come out and bank that one in, and then catch that no-look pass from Nagano and put it up. Nishida he started as one of the more influential players, kind of got him going. Seahorses MIKAWA. Nishida ended up scoring, though, just 6 points. He did have a couple of assists, but he turned it over a couple of times. And as we talked about, Ivy Schaefer got it going from three-point range today, hit 3. Fazekas clearly not 100%, but still able to contribute in the scoring. Really good contribution today in that first half from Hosoya. And then this was the big play at the end of the first quarter where they turned it over after calling a timeout, the Brave Thunders, and it led to a fast break. Hosoya again, who had 10 points. Very good game for him. You might remember he had a couple of threes, his first 6 points, and here he is coming up with the steal and passing it up to Devontae Gardner. I mean, just far too many turnovers and leading to points for this Brave Thunders team. Now, they did come back thanks to their number 21, Yuto Nomi. And then they had Shinoyama getting the steal and passing it to Nomi. And Michael Young Jr. came out, and it looked like, okay, they're going to be all right. They did come back. And Fazekas just wasn't missing for a long stretch there in that second quarter. O'Quinn was able to score, then got involved in the passing game, but one of his teammates' passes got away, and that led to an easy break for Jordan Heath. And Fazekas kept it, the points turning over. Schaefer got a little bit of luck on that one with the three-point shot falling off the bounce. Kyle O'Quinn dunking one home late. Lawrence very active. Schaefer got another three-pointer. 3 of 5. He was 4 of 8 from the floor. He had 7 rebounds and a couple of assists. And that was Nishida passing it. And O'Quinn scoring. And that was the only 2 scored by Schaefer today. And that's after the good work from Lawrence. Lawrence had 11 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals. So very good numbers for him across the board, and especially defensively. You got to give him credit. Nishida coming in again and scoring, and Devontae Gardner. Once Devontae Gardner had the wind in his sails today, there was no stopping him. And the same for that man right there, O'Quinn. I think I may have given the credit in the commentary to Gardner on that one, but it was indeed O'Quinn. And Fazekas continued to pour him in, but that was that sweet no-look pass. O'Quinn scored. And the final, well, it made for impressive viewing for Seahorses MIKAWA fans. They won it 83-67 here in the Kawasaki Todoroki Arena. So, back to the drawing board for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They ended up being out rebounded 37-35. They shot just 16.7% from three-point range, 5 of 30 compared to 8 of 23, 34.8%, which is acceptable for the Seahorses MIKAWA. And the visitors, well, they even shot above 50% inside the arc, although Kawasaki much better at 69.4%. But in the end, that didn't matter because of the free throws, where Seahorses MIKAWA made 15 of 21, 13 more free throws for them. Made just 2 of 4 at the line for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Got 38 points in the paint, Kawasaki, as well as Seahorses MIKAWA. And as we look at the leaders, 26 points for Fazekas, 19 for O'Quinn, 18 for Gardner, and for Jordan Heath, 12 points, 7 points by Nomi, 9 for Lawrence. Here's a look at some of the action coming up. A lot of B-League action coming your way. You can see this one also. These two teams will play game 2 with a 4:05 p.m. local start tomorrow. So a little bit earlier start. We'll see if that makes a difference in the performance from the Brave Thunders. But a lot of good games on the slate, which is what we like to see. It's always that way in the Japanese B-League. So 83-67, the Ice and Seahorses MIKAWA win it over the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. You've been watching the Japan B-League. Thank you and good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching. We appreciate you taking the time to check out the action.